So I'm currently someone that's sitting in my 30s. I don't know if I look like I'm in my 30s, feel free to guess my age, but I'm currently in my 30s. And I look back and realize that I feel like so many of the things that we are told when we grew up as kids, as someone that's a 90s kid specifically, I feel like there's a lot of things that we will hear from society and places and people around when it comes to things related to money, finances, building wealth, and just success in life. Yet, so many of the advice and things that I was told when I was a kid, now that I look back as an adult, I feel have actually been either just complete lies or have been not necessarily lies. They might be true statements, but they're often statements that are very, very misleading in the sense that they don't tell the full picture or the full story, and they're often miscommunicated to what that advice really should have been, looking back. And if this sounds a little bit confusing, we're going to start by baby listening and talking about several key points and things that I feel like I was lied to about when it comes to the world of money, finances, success, and everything in that world. So let's just get right to this video. But if you guys want to support this channel, we are a brand new channel at the end of the day, so maybe if you guys want to, before we begin, feel free to drop a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's get rolling. So the first thing that I think that was often lied to me about when I was a kid, and this one's not necessarily a lie, but it is something I think that's very misleading, is that money is everything, or that money isn't everything. It's that because when we grow up, a lot of times I think people encourage us to talk about how there's so many things important to life that even goes beyond money, which is true. There are a lot of things in life that is very much true, that is more important than money. But at the very, very end of the day, at the core, money is actually something that's very, very important in life. And many, many people neglect to see that until later on. The reality is that if you're trying to survive in this world, you need money to pay for necessities. You need money to pay for food, shelter, goods, goals, experiences, if you want to one day start a family, if you want to date, if you want to build a relationship, right? If you want to travel, if you want to pursue experiences, if you want to pursue hobbies, you need money to make money a lot of times. And it's even more true because if you want to make money, even finding a job today requires money, which is a sad truth. Think about how many people are trying to apply for a job, but because maybe the websites that they're currently using isn't working out, they have to pay for things such as like career coaching. They have to pay for people to look at their resumes. They have to go to career related events. They sometimes even have to pay for specific job boards. There are job boards that require you to pay money to apply for jobs on those specific websites and pages. So the bottom line is that money is just a very, very important thing, and I think the misleading thing is when people say money isn't everything. With that being said, I will say is that this is technically not a full lie, but it is something that is just misleading, because there is still a lot of truth that there's a lot of people I know that have a lot of money but are lacking in a lot of other areas of life. So there is truth to that. Money really isn't everything. But at the end of the day, while it is true that it isn't everything, it is a lot of things, and it is very, very important. And I think that's probably the first point to make. Now, the second thing I really want to talk about that I think has been a little bit of a lie that I think growing up that people tell you is that you have to read to be successful. And this is the part that's very interesting. To me at least, I think you always have to be constantly evolving and learning new things to become successful. But the reality is, especially today in 2026 and probably for the years coming into the near future, people consume information in all sorts of different ways. Not everyone consumes information through a textbook well, right? We all have different learning styles. So when you're sitting in class as a teenager and everyone's telling you have to read to become successful, to me, I think that's a relative lie, because there's a lot of people I know that haven't even opened a book in who knows how long and are just very successful at what they do. You know, you have to be growing, but that doesn't mean you have to be reading. You could be consuming information by simply doing the craft that you're doing, so learning by execution and doing. You can consume information by YouTube. You can consume information by watching movies, watching content, watching videos, watching tutorials. You can consume information by real life interactions, classes. There's so many ways to work on yourself as a person that goes even beyond just cracking open a textbook and reading. So I think that's probably the next thing that's going to be relatively a lie that I think a lot of people said to us growing up. Now, the next one is probably going to be one of the bigger things that I think was absolutely a lie that people told me growing up, and it's that hard work is required to succeed. And even bigger of a lie is that hard work guarantees success. There are a lot of people, now that I'm in my 30s looking back, there are a lot of people I know that hustled very hard and worked very hard at whatever they're trying to do and still struggle to find success. And then there's a lot of people I know that just coasted and did, I don't want to say the bare minimum, but they definitely didn't put in as much effort into it and ended up very successful. So if you were to try to make a graph, you know, and graph out a sample size of like a bunch of people, and on that graph you basically tried to put how hard someone worked, maybe in terms of the time that they put into a particular something, and then where they ended up in life, you might see a slight correlation that like the people that typically worked harder did end up relatively successful, but the correlation is so loose that there are examples of people on two ends. People that really just did the bare minimum but ended up very, very successful, and then people that really worked and hustled hard but still struggled to find that success in what they were trying to do. And I always use this as an example. If hard work guaranteed a successful life, I would be a student at Harvard University. I would be a multi-billionaire right now, and we would be having a lot more people with very successful businesses and entrepreneurship ventures. But the reality is that this is a very competitive world. You will see a lot of people that graduate college with top grades and still struggle to find a job. You will see people that, you know, succeeded in one area but maybe failed in other areas. So the idea, really the bottom line behind this one, is that to me, I think that in life you don't even necessarily have to work very hard to find success. You just have to learn what you're doing, and you have to be able to find ways to work efficiently. I think to me it's even more important that you find ways to work smart than to work hard. And if anything, working hard can actually be a detriment to you, because sometimes if you work too hard, what happens is that a lot of times it's going to lead you to potentially burn out. That's how a lot of people ended up burning out or just crashing out of their whatever they're trying to do, and then just leading to some kind of collapse because they worked too hard and couldn't keep up with the demands of everything. So working hard to accomplish the same thing can actually be a detriment sometimes, actually, in my opinion. So the bottom line behind this one is that the number, if there's any lie in this whole video, I would say this is probably my most believed lie, is that hard work is a guarantee to success. When the reality is that there is no guarantee, and that anything can just pop at any time, even for uncontrollable circumstances. And that's really the sad reality of just life in general. But of course, this one I would love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to comment down if you guys have anything to share about this one. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is going to be now, and the next two actually that I want to talk about is going to be very career oriented, and it's going to be that corporate America is evil. So a lot of people, I think, come in with the belief that, you know, working a corporate, especially in the finance, entrepreneurship, make money online kind of industry and world, there's a lot of people that push the stigma that corporate America is always going to be horrible and that entrepreneurship is where it's at. But when the reality is that in corporate America, there's a lot of people that work in corporate America and live very, very successful lives in corporate. Are there a lot of evils to being in corporate? Absolutely. There are so many people that were screwed over by the corporate system, including myself in a way, but I want to make this video focus more on a general perspective instead of just my personal stuff. So, but including even myself, I've experienced times where I feel like I was sabotaged because of the way that corporate America is run inside of our country. But the reality is, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that work corporate jobs and that ended up very successful in life. And there's a lot of benefits to being in the corporate world as well that may actually be beneficial for some people over an entrepreneurship one. You know, when you're in corporate America, there tends to be a lot more job stability. I know someone is going to bring up how today, you know, in corporate America, so many people are getting laid off, they're losing their jobs, they're struggling to find work. But as someone that has pursued both a corporate life and an entrepreneurship one, I would like to believe that a lot of people still find more longevity pursuing a corporate lifestyle than they do pursuing an entrepreneurship one, which is probably going to be a great transition to the next one, which is that entrepreneurship is required for wealth. That's probably going to be the last, potentially I think the last thing that I'm going to talk about, which is that there's a lot of people that will preach the idea that entrepreneurship will guarantee wealth, or that at the very least as that your only ticket to wealth. The reality is that there's a lot of different pathways to reach financial independence and wealth, and having to pursue an entrepreneurship lifestyle is potentially one of them, but not necessarily a requirement to reach that level. Especially today with inflation and certain jobs where you can potentially pull in not just even six figures, but multiple six figures in some industries. There are many examples of people I know that got very wealthy through the corporate system, and there's a lot of people I know that got very wealthy through the entrepreneurship system. Similarly, I know a lot of people that ended up bankrupt working a corporate job, and there's a lot of people that ended up also bankrupt pursuing a life of entrepreneurship. So why do I say all of this is that because there are so many examples of people on both ends of the spectrum, it is very hard to, I think, to me at least, it's very hard to say that, if you pursue a life of entrepreneurship, it's certainly hard to say you're going to guarantee a lot of wealth, but it would be just as hard to say that entrepreneurship is your only ticket to wealth when there are so many different opportunities and ways that you can build wealth today, and pursuing a life in corporate is considered potentially one of them. You might not become like a multi-millionaire level wealth, so you might not be making like 8 figures, through a corporate job, but if you were able to build up your corporate career to make at least a multi-six-figure income and take that money and properly invest it, maybe choose the right stocks, know how to spend that money, know how to budget, know how to invest, know how to pursue other side ventures and stuff like that, you can build a lot of money that way without having to necessarily go through one or the other path. So the bottom line is that these are just 5 things that I really just wanted to cover in today's video, talking about some lies that I feel like people told us as a kid, now looking back as an adult. Of course, if you guys had any comments to share, would love to hear you guys, especially because this is a new channel, like mentioned at the end of the day. So, we are a very small community, if anything. Would love to hear your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and hope to see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much again.